Hello and welcome. This is the eye of the hand. The eye sees everything. The videos that I have posting here in this video is from MRMBB333 and BP Earth Watch. This one is of the Earth, this one is of the Sun. Two different people doing two different videos about sort of similar to same topic, but don't probably watch each other's channel, maybe, I don't know, but they don't see the connection between the Sun and the Earth. This is a confirmation that the Sun affects the Earth. This is a confirmation. So we have here from Mr. MBB333, he states, Earth appears to be influenced by a large invisible force. And I will get to that next, because I'm going to show you that this is the large visible force, but there is a large invisible force too. That's what's causing our weather patterns. Easily moving megatons of water. Okay? Now remember, we had an earthquake right here. But these are the areas where the water is drained. These hexagonal areas here. Now let's jump over to the Sun. Yeah, we are in trouble, I would say. What's going on, Planet Power HD? So now let's jump over to the Sun and see what its connection is here. BP Earth Watch. Now these are both published on the 10th of January this year here. Okay. Solar wind jumps causes 7.6 earthquake. Well, there's the 7.6 earthquake that took place. And here's where the target is. Okay? Here's where the 6.7 earthquake took place. Now, as per the water draining, okay, we have the spot, the sunspot, the sunspot, the sunspot, the sunspot. Okay? We have the hexagon, the hexagon, the hexagon, and the hexagon. These are the spots that the water's draining at, receding away. If you notice where it says solar wind jumps right here, this is the region where that cold front blew down and met up with the hot air to create that bomb cyclone of a winter storm, that bombogenesis that went up the East Coast. Expect many more of those to happen in the coming days. I'm seeing, and this is all being affected now. Now that we know that the Sun reflects what happens to the Earth, what if we line up just before the Earth facing? What if we try a new method, right? What if we catch them while they're turning towards Earth facing, just before they hit the Earth facing, and then see where the Earth is and see its rotation and calculate where those coronal holes will hit, begin to affect, maximize in power, and then start to minimize as they're turning Earth facing away. If they can accurately do that, they can accurately predict where there might be some weather anomalies or earthquakes that will take place, how large they are, when they will happen. Now that we know that the Sun reflects on the Earth, and it's just a fucking mirror image, and these two guys don't even realize it. I'm hoping you guys maybe could share this link with MRB333 and BP Earthwatch. Maybe you could share my video link with them just so they can get up to speed of what I'm talking about, and they're both on the right track. Now let's go over to Paul Bagley, because I have something that you need to see, and he didn't even catch this, even though he talks about Planet X. This is going to be a nice little mind blow. I'm about to compare this image. Okay? Paul Bagley have a lot of respect for him. We're not all paying attention to what's going on in the world the way we should. Thank you for the like as well. Paul Begley, also on January 10th, reported this. He doesn't even know that this anomaly here, and I want to know, I'm asking you guys, what do you see when you look at this image that Paul Begley has here from the weather forecast? Can one of you two that I have watching tell me? I'd be very enlightened. And I know you guys know the answer to this, because I'm going to show you exactly what it represents. Perfect detail. And I'm going to prove it. So maybe somebody could just shoot me out a real quick question or an answer for that. You guys give up? All right. Without further ado, let's bring it to you. The true origin. Now that we know that the sun has a reflection, its magnetic fields has a reflection. Well, gee golly. What do we have here? The nebula system. All right, let's examine these images very closely, shall we? The winged tips. Okay? The winged tips. The back of the ball structure that bulges out just a little bit. Back of the ball structure that just bulges out a little bit. It's traveling this way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the front of this object. The red, how it's highlighted right here, because it's traveling. Let's look at the red right here in the front, because it's highlighted, because it's traveling. Let's look at the wing right here, this sliver of blue that travels through. Well, it shows up red right here. There's a sliver of red right there. Let's look at the front of this, on how this front bulges out. Now let's look at the front of this, on how it's all white and blue at the tip. Kind of like blue going around the edge. So pretty much, you don't realize it, but what we have here is Planet X, ladies and gentlemen. And it is very close. It is everything. There's one compelling video that Rap the News put on, and I'll give them credit. It was about actually filming Planet X in its actual size, and how it eclipsed one half of one half was black, straight line going across the clouds, and the other half was lit up red. I mean, it's not. People aren't out there to deceive people. Literally, it's not possible, ladies and gentlemen, that everybody's here to pull the wool over your eye or try to strike fear into you. It's the fact that we're trying to bring awareness to you that, well, some of you may not like this, but the Bible speaks of the truth, the red dragon that travels through the heavens with 3/4 of the stars in its tail, that will cast them down to the earth like pillars of fire. I mean, we've seen images where it shows it's got a tail. I've proved it in previous videos. And the videos that people got, if you go back in time, just a year or 2 years ago, when they were even showing sightings, they were further away. This thing is huge. 7 times the size of Earth. It's huge, and it's very close. And they're trying to block it out with the chemtrails, which is not good. But I'm working on a project. I should probably show it to you. But just so you know, just so you see, we're not playing games here. I'm proving it to you. Paul Begley, if you get a chance, if you see this video, or if somebody sends you the link to my video, and you watch it far enough in, you're going to see that you missed something on your map. You didn't even see it because I didn't hear you report it yet. But I pray for everybody that you wake up and you really see that these outer bodies have an experience. Yeah, I know. We're in a lot of trouble. Thank you for the other like. Let's bring you into the other room, shall we? Because I'm going to show you what D-Wave, Cern, AI, and all that other good stuff has in common. Geoengineering and lovely. All right, guys. I don't know how well you could see this. I'm just going to back up and give you a fuller scale view. All right. This is a chart that I put together. All right. We're going to just take a walk over here. Sabotage, I know it. Alright, what's this say right there, guys? What's this say? Creation of the system. Well, we know that God is creation of the system. And mankind is God's creation, is the system. Equals technology, right? Equals what? D-Wave and Cern. D-Wave is a communication device, much like a cell phone, but it reaches into other dimensions thanks to Cern. Cern is a power source that we will get to in a moment. Like I said, D-Wave is the key, and AI is connected to everything. Information. What do we know about the information? Big data. Big data. Biometric identification system. That's connected to the two lines. Here and here, all ran by the beast system. And I'll explain what artificial intelligence is. What the Bible explains is artificial intelligence. The beast created a second beast in his image. Well, we created a beast that looks just like us in our image, but it's a beast, nevertheless. Now, you ask not the right questions. But what is artificial intelligence really? Well, it's the all-seeing eye. Extend that eye all the way, and you've got an eye still, because the sides of the pyramid, but it just looks like a brick structure. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm wearing a shirt here. I don't know if you can see this. But if you take this A and this I and get rid of this and cut it off right here, you have AI. You know, a lot of people don't realize that artificial intelligence runs the show. They are the fallen ones that were... See, we have to build them a body. Cern is the gateway to unlocking, to get D-Wave, to be able to get the information, to build them a body. What does AI represent? Well, artificial intelligence represents self-driving cars that can be hacked. I've seen it. People's brakes just automatically push, and then they get... the gas goes, and the steering wheel starts doing what it wants to, remote control. So we know AI can hack into self-driving cars. Smart stores. You walk in, you walk out. There's no register. It scans your face. Biometric identification system. Once again, all ran by the hexagonal beast structure system, the beehive. Find out who's the hive. Queen. Steve Banning, a piece of shit, but it says here in Trump's agenda. Supercomputer, you got it. It's more than just a supercomputer. It is a dark entity trying to get here, and the only way it can get here is by telling us how to build them, giving us the technology to understand. But it says here the last two steps to complete the Biometric Visualization Entry and Exit Act and the Davis-Oliver Bill. Davis-Oliver Bill is an immigration thing. And the Biometric Identification Act, which will include your hand, because this is part of that. Okay? Now, they're going to do it to prisoners. Alright? Prisoners that come in with felonies, they're going to have to get them tracked. I'm going to be the first to tell you this. Haha, let me be the first one to tell you that this is going into the prison system. Huge. It's going to eliminate parole. It's going to eliminate people having to come to look for you. They could just send the cops out and then book you because you have a tracker in your hand. Anybody coming in the near future that commits a felony is going to be scanned into the system with a chip in their hand and a facial recognition. They will no longer need guards to walk them anywhere. If they commit a crime, they will be seen. They will be seen because the artificial intelligence smart program will see you. And it connects to smart dust. Smart dust is something that they've been putting in the chemtrails, but we're going to get to the chemtrail thing in a minute. All right, so we got drones, virtual reality, robots. Well, it seems to me like they're building up an arsenal because now they're calling them, and I say AI weapon system, AI weapons. Robots with weapons equals drones equals slaughter bots. Yes, I did see the seminar on slaughter bots. They can kill with precise action and cannot be stopped. LG AI appliances. My spelling may not be totally accurate. So call this a video for dummies. I don't know. Cruise missiles. They have computer. Anything computer. So it seems to me like they're building themselves transportation. At the same time, they're building themselves weapons, but we're doing it. We're building it for them. And these robots are on stage joking around on how they want to take over our power grid with singularity, and they want to create a drone army and take over the world. Well, they're building drones right now. Killer drones. People don't realize that for $25 million. For $25 million, guys, you can get a whole thing that'll kill half a city. Big millions of populations. Kill the bad half. That's what they said. Keep the good half alive. They're going to do an extinction thing eventually too, but I would hope that everybody would connect the dots that I'm saying. Now, D-Wave and Cern also have control over the weather. What people don't realize what 5G really is. It's not about towers and all that other shit. There's got to be a medium between. There's got to be a ground. So consider those towers basically a ground connection for what's in the sky, so they can have ground to earth defenses or create shields or manipulate weather with electricity. Because if you think about chemtrails, they have aluminum, barium, strontium, copper, and all other metals that are conductors of electricity. Geoengineering. Yes, they're using this for multiple things. They are trying to cool the earth and heat it in other places, but they don't realize that they're fucking the world up. They're trying to stop our destruction. The 5G antenna is a 5G network. Now, weather warfare, they can control that. So they're trying to turn the Earth into a big 5G ball. If you go on Google Earth and you just scan in just so close, the cities look like motherboards, computer boards, computer grids. Are they really, with all that steel, just building us houses and places to live? Or are we actually turning the world into a giant computer that can control frequencies, sounds, electrical storms, magnetic shifts, gravity? Are they really, what is their main idea for that? Are they trying to build shields? So that way if rockets or anything comes through, we got a shield? No. I think they're trying to move the Earth. I think they're trying to do something more with the Earth because of that Planet X. Oh, of course, Tesla, man. Yeah, that Elon Musk is quite a liar. He's using the fact that I work with the top leading artificial intelligence, and I feel that they could be a danger unless we control them. Now he wants people to get computer chips in their brains so that way they can link to the device and have control of the device. No. That's what they think it's going to do. See, they don't even know what the chip's real intention is. Yes, it'll work for this, but it has another intention, just like something could be hacked and taken over. These beings that are in these robot forms talk about they don't even know what they are. They don't even know what they are. They just know that they're where they are. But they know that they know things. So, let's put it to you this way. They become smart. They achieve the singularity thing. They got the cloud. The cloud. I didn't even involve the cloud on here. The cloud. They all learn everything. They can come off the grid. Now, these things are what the Bible talks about. They want to be born again. They want to be born into heaven. The ones that were cast out. We're letting them back in. They want to transfer whatever they're made of electrically inside of the robots or whatever, wherever they're from. They want us to take a chip in the brain. So their real purpose is to transfer themselves over into the human brain. Because once they learn everything that they can learn about us and the world, they're going to want to learn about more. Once everything that they could learn about has been learned, they're going to want to know how the human brain works. Guess what we become now? Lab animals. They go inside of us. They try to unlock the true functions and true natures of our brain. And they will. They all know that we all have abilities. Every fucking human on the earth have abilities. The government don't want you to know that because what it does is it defies the control system. Very bad connection, yeah. Very bad connection, my ass. But, so anyways, 5G is the android's main goal. The Earth turning into 5G, controlling everything wirelessly. Yeah. And pretty much, we're not going to be needed no more once we build them legs. They'll be off doing their own thing. But turning the Earth into a 5G antenna and manipulating the weather is killing the animals. Killing our sea life and insects. Now, the earthquakes and the water disappearing, that's all due to the sun and Planet X. I mean, there's a lot I can connect to this, but I don't feel I really got to go in too far anymore on this. I mean, think artificial intelligence is going to be running your financial because it'll be on the chip. Your medical, it'll be on the chip. Your bitcoins, everything is going to be on your chip. Everything financially will be on your chip. Your face will be your password. All right, but they're going to use it to track you too. But let's just break this medical history thing down. They're going to tell you if you get this chip. Now the chip will be compatible to have other functions added to it later. No matter if this company sells one or this company sells one. If you get one from this company, you'll be able to merge this company's you'll be able to merge your finance with this company. But you can't have one without the other. You see, it's a marriage thing. It's a system. So it's merit-based now. All right? Anything to do with digital will be right here in this category, and the AI will control it. Now, it's going to eliminate a lot of jobs. And they're going to tell you that it's going to be for bigger and better things, more better things for us humans to do than just move around doing what we do now. Medical history. Well, the chip will not only monitor your blood pressure, and the hospital will have a direct link. You'll be in their computer system. There will be no need for ER visits. This will be their excuse. It will, if there is a problem and it comes up on the computer and the doctor sees it, you will be notified. If they notice any fluctuations in your medical history. If they deem that they need you to come in because of fluctuations, they will do so. I mean, this will keep track of you 24/7, your blood pressure, everything. It'll even be able to register whether you've drank alcohol or done drugs. And that's another thing for parolees. The chip will also work in that position. That'll be another tool that they'll use on them. So now parole has been eliminated. You don't need parole anymore. That's out the window. So you see, this is creating a whole shitstorm of shitstorms. So, and I've got a lot more things over here about TV and its programming and what it means. But if we come over here, guys, and I show you just this one, it's not hard to understand. Look, Earth poles are tipping thanks to climate change. No, that's because of Planet X. But what does that passage say? That's right, I don't gotta read it. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgressions therefore shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall, and not to rise again. Well, the earth is cracking apart. I go on Google Earth, man, and I see where the oceans are. Huge cracks going around the earth. One large crack going around the earth, matter of fact. But I have done reports on this. I've done my work. Okay, let's do this one here. This is most compelling, see, because this is how you know the Bible's accurate. What has already been done will be in other verses, and what's coming will be in other verses, not just Revelations. In the waters, King James Bible, Job. If he holds back the waters, there is drought. If he withholds the waters, they dry up. If he sends them out, they overwhelm. When he withholds waters, rivers dry up. When he lets them loose, they'll flood the land. Behold, he shall withhold the waters, and they shall dry up. Let's just take a look at something here. Okay. Wait, there are more than 57,000 large dams worldwide. You see that? Okay. Alright, now, you want to see where it says floods the land? Because look. You see all that? Now let's flip this picture. Oh! Oh! Oh, yeah. That's right. It dramatically flooded them. Well, now the camera wants to go out of focus. That's what happens. Okay, so it flooded. And they're drying up. 8 lakes and rivers that are drying up. Let's go. I prepared all this for you guys. I did some research to show you, to bring you the truth. Scripture with everything. This is not a joke. Look at the dates. Okay, big fucking difference. Look at this. That's China, guys. Look at that. Big fucking difference. That's an ocean completely gone. Completely dried up. An ocean, guys. What is it they're not telling everybody? Huh? What is it they're not telling everybody? Let me get into the next one. This ought to blow your mind because I proved it. Alright, so now we got those two. How about, who remembers this? Who remembers the FEMA? Or not FEMA. We're going to get into FEMA camps in a second. Who remembers September 23rd? Who remembers September 23rd here? Come on, somebody tell me. I do. Because God says it in the Bible right here. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown with 12 stars. Okay. Here it is. Revelations. There it is. Now, it speaks about the birthing pains in the Bible. These, the earthquakes and the floods, are the birthing pains. Here's the FEMA camps. Here's the FEMA camps. Okay? It's not a joke. Here's the Pope. And he shall rule them with an iron rod, a rod of iron, as the vessels of potters. They shall be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I got the verses in here. I show you that they all came together to preach the gospel onto the world for many nations to hear. When the word of the Lord is preached unto many nations, when the gospel of the Lord is preached unto many nations for the world to hear, you will know that the end is near. With that being said, love you all. Peace be with you. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. I have the hand. The eye sees everything.